It started with a soft thump in the dead of night. I barely flinched, assuming it was just a raccoon rummaging through trash cans again. The next morning, I found my mailbox knocked over like a drunk at last call bent, crooked, clinging to the post by a single rusty bolt. Weird, but maybe a delivery driver misjudged the curb. I shrugged it off, hammered the post back into the dirt, and moved on. 2 days later, it happened again. This time, the entire post was ripped out like someone meant to do it, like it had been targeted. And that's when I knew. This wasn't random. Welcome to my HOA life, where your front lawn becomes a battleground and your mailbox just collateral damage. I started watching closely. Every other night. Same story. Flattened. Sometimes tire tracks in the grass. Sometimes the post was just gone, like it had vanished into the void. I rebuilt, repainted, replanted, and within 48 hours, boom, another hit. It wasn't an accident anymore. It was a message. I tried staying up, flashlight in hand, jerky in pocket, like some suburban raccoon hunter. But whoever was doing this, they had perfect timing. They struck just after I'd fall asleep or leave the house. I asked around. One neighbor said they heard a loud engine around 2 a.m. Another mentioned a gray SUV lurking near my driveway. Problem is, half the HOA drives gray SUVs. That's like saying your suspect wore khakis in a retirement home. I filed a formal complaint with the HOA, and guess who was sitting behind the desk? Karen, president of our HOA, queen of passive-aggressive post-it notes and weaponized rulebooks. She smiled that tight-lipped snake smile, the kind that says, "I run this place, and you better not forget it." I cleared my throat. Someone's been repeatedly running over my mailbox. I've reported it 3 times. Nothing's been done. Karen tilted her head like a confused house cat. "Oh, your mailbox," she said slowly, as if I'd just told her I invented the concept of mail. "Yes, my mailbox. The one directly in front of my home that's been crushed like clockwork every other night." She skimmed the photos. I brought tire marks, twisted metal, splinters everywhere. Could be wind. Or a delivery truck, she said flatly. 4 times, I snapped. With tire tracks. She leaned back in her chair, fingers laced like a courtroom villain. "We'll look into it. In the meantime, make sure your mailbox is HOA compliant. Paint, post material, height. You wouldn't want to get fined." I almost laughed. Came to report a crime and got threatened with a citation for the victim. Still, I rebuilt. Again. New post, reinforced. Painted it reflective gray so no one could claim they didn't see it. I even stuck a plastic owl on top, just in case the culprit was also scared of birds. And for a few days, nothing. No dents. No tire tracks. Peace. I even saw Karen jogging past one morning in a bright pink tracksuit like she was running for mayor of the sidewalk. I nodded. She smiled, tight, fake. The kind of smile you wear when you re-pretending you know what you did. I thought maybe, just maybe, it was over. Until Sunday morning. I was sipping coffee at my front window, wearing socks and zero patience. That's when I saw her. Karen's gray SUV, creeping up the street like a lioness stalking prey. She slowed by my yard, glanced around, then floored it. Bam. My mailbox shattered like glass, wood splinters, paint chips, metal twisted. And then she backed up and hit it again. Twice she casually parked like nothing happened. I stormed outside, still holding my mug. "Karen, what the hell was that?" She stepped out of her car, adjusting her visor like she just pulled into a yoga retreat, not a crime scene. "Oh, that," she said innocently. "I didn't see it. Your mailbox just appeared out of nowhere. It's been there for 5 years. She waved her hand like I was being dramatic. Well, it wasn't HOA approved anyway. The color's wrong. It's supposed to be antique bronze, not whatever this is. I snapped. "You mean the same gray as your car?" She blinked. It's not my fault your mailbox doesn't meet standards. You're not even sorry. She shrugged. I'm the HOA president. Technically, you're lucky I haven't fined you yet. And that's when I realized this wasn't about mailboxes. This was about control. Karen thought the HOA badge gave her immunity. She believed she could destroy, intimidate, and walk away smiling. But she picked the wrong guy. That night, I didn't stew in silence. I twaned. If Karen liked destroying mailboxes, I'd build her one she'd never forget. I spent the whole weekend building a fortress. Half-inch cold-rolled steel hidden inside treated oak. Welded to a buried I-beam anchored in concrete. On the outside, ordinary. On the inside, a mailbox designed to end SUVs. Painted the same gray she hated. Hidden camera installed. Motion sensor activated. Oh, and I glued a fake squirrel on top, because revenge should be festive. Then I waited. 2 days later, coffee in hand, slippers on, hawk-eyed at the window. Like clockwork, Karen's gray SUV rolled up. She didn't hesitate. Didn't slow. Boom. Her bumper crumpled like a soda can. Airbag deployed. Mailbox didn't move an inch. I nearly choked, laughing. Karen stumbled out, hair wild, dazed like a stunned possum. She stared at my mailbox like it had personally betrayed her. I stepped out, smiling. You might want to get that bumper looked at, Karen. Funny how the mailbox didn't appear out of nowhere this time. She went red. This is a safety hazard. I'm going to report you to the HOA board. I grinned. Go ahead. I've got footage, every angle. Want me to send it to your insurance too? She froze like I'd hit her with ice water. Then, without another word, she stomped back to her half-smashed car and drove off, her pride dragging behind her like a busted muffler. And that mailbox still standing. Not a dent. Built like justice. Oh, and the footage premiered at the next neighborhood watch meeting. Complete with popcorn. This is My HOA Life, where mailbox justice gets delivered with steel and a smile. Like what you saw. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another HOA showdown. And tell me, did Karen get what she deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because in this neighborhood, revenge is HOA compliant.